Hey y'all, welcome to episode 4 of How to Build a Rockery with JohnnyK. Today we're going to continue on building the rockery. Last time we set the line, so I'll give you an update on that. And today is going to be called setting the cornerstone. That's really where your rockery is going to start forming, is when you do those first few big stones or boulders. So first of all, let me give you an update and then we'll go from there. Alright, here's where I left off. Couldn't dig this trench as deep as I wanted because there happened to be a lot of rocks there. That's because the gas line is run straight under this, so I don't want to go too deep. And I think they put a bunch of rocks when they installed that. So can't get as as deep as I'd like to, but that's the way it's looking right now. I also put 2 rocks in place for that hand railing. I still have to find a way to screw it down, but that's what that looks like. And then I still have to lift the grass that goes back near the lilac. I got the new mailbox installed as well, and I fixed some rotting fascia under the door there, and put in a piece of green sheet down there with the address on it. That's what it's looking like now. This berm or ridge isn't going to be exactly how it looks in the end. I hope to kind of come down here more, place a big rock here, kind of go up there and then back. So I have a similar shape, but not as straight most likely. Alright, first we got to find that cornerstone that we really want a large, kind of a flat bottom stone or boulder, so it's really stable. So that's what I found here. It's a pretty nice one, and it's pretty flat on bottom. So I'm going to set that in the corner, and then we're going to start to build some height after that. So let's get this one moved. Alright, this stone is probably about 1.5 feet wide, not super tall, maybe 9 inches of elevation. So when you're moving a boulder like this, you're going to want a flat side on it that you can use with the dolly. So I'll show you how to move this real quick. Not the heaviest of rocks, since it's not too high. So if I were to guesstimate, this might be 130 pounds or so. But I'm going to take my dolly here. And this side looks pretty flat, and this side looks pretty flat, so that's where I'm going to want my dolly. This is the hard part, where you want to put your foot behind the wheel and kind of use your body weight. Now we can move it to the front. Alright, I got two boulders in place, 2 cornerstones. And I'll kind of tell you how I did that, besides that I just showed you how to move them. But you're going to want to kind of create a flat surface to set these boulders on, and then you can add or remove dirt or rock to level it out after that. This guy's was much bigger than the other one because it's got some height to it. I mean, it's a pretty big boulder, probably 250, 300 pounds. And it's got a lot of iron in it, as you can see down here with the red stripes. But anyway, I built some nice height with that one. But I know I'm going to need a boulder right here. Maybe I'll point with the camera right here. And right here. So I leveled those places out. But I'm actually going to start to lay landscape fabric down underneath because, to be honest, this is a little narrower than I thought I was going to make it. But I think it's going to look really nice that way. But I'm going to have to hold back a lot of this dirt. So I'm actually going to just tip this rock up, put landscape fabric underneath, continue from there to there. That one I'm probably not going to lift back up because that thing's heavy. But so I'm going to lay the landscape fabric down and move some more boulders here. This is a root of a creeping bellflower. Them things are invasive. If you don't know what they look like, I'll show you what they look like, but try and get rid of those. Alright, we're going to wrap up episode 4 here after I show you where I left off yesterday with moving some boulders. The boulders that I moved, there were some pretty big ones, and yesterday was Father's Day and my mom's birthday, so I had a few hours to work on them, but definitely couldn't spend the whole day on them. But on this side of the rockery, you can see we have a Cornerstone in bloom that will open up once the sun comes out and be around for a few days. Attract a lot of pollinators. That's an Cornerstone as well. This little thyme is still in bloom, and I think it's going to keep going for a while. These little yellow flowers are the flowers of the blue spruce. Really nice sedum, especially if you got a lot of reds like I do with this dragon blood and wildfire. And some sempervivums that are shooting up blooms. Sempervivums are monocarpic, so they'll bloom, and then the rosette that they bloom off will die, but they'll send out a lot of chicks before that, so you should have plenty more after they bloom. Alright, now to the side we're working on. This is where I left off yesterday. There's also 2 big rocks in the back I'll show you. I'm not a huge fan of this right here. But that rock was extremely heavy. Like, I don't know if you can see how big it is, but so, and it wasn't really sitting how I wanted, but I think if I do some hostas right there, right there, right there, and then maybe some hens and chicks, stuff those holes with soil and do some hens and chicks in there. Then I'll wait till this car goes by. I live next to a drug house. Not all their cars are loud, but yeah, I'm not super big fan of that type of rock, but I do think this is going to look really good. Okay, you can see I put the landscape fabric beneath it, and that was mainly to hold the soil. It's a lot narrower than I thought, so I really had to hold some soil in. The bad part is, like right here, say, no soil is going to sit there, so I'm going to have to do some smaller rocks in here to actually hold up some soil, and then I can cut in as well, cut into the landscape fabric where I want some tap roots to go down. That's where I left off. I think it looks pretty good so far. I am going to have to order some more boulders. This was left over from when I ordered to try and finish my stream, which I still got to do the very top of the stream. There's the mailbox. Here are these two big boulders up here. I think if I left it like that, I don't really like just having two boulders there, but if I put a bigger boulder there, we'll kind of even it out. Otherwise, if I just do those two, it looks a little artificial almost. So the rest of it is going to be a challenge because it's so thin here, to get boulders on each side without making it look too artificial. So I actually might dig out the center area, put a big boulder in the middle, have a little raised up area here, and then all of this raised up area down here. Kind of like this side where it's raised up. Yeah, so hope you enjoy that, and let me know if you have any questions about laying that underlayment. Really, if you're doing the boulders tightly together, you don't need an underlayment, or any landscape fabric. Like on this side, I didn't really have to use any because these boulders are almost stacked on top of each other. On the other side, just because there's going to be such big gaps, because I really wanted some more planting space in between for the opunchas because they get a lot larger. I think really you do need this landscape fabric over on this side. So, all right, cool. Let me know if you have any questions. That wraps it up for episode 4.